first official video for YouTube. Hi YouTube. I know I've been gone for a while, but your girl is back, okay? So I have not been recording for my channel for freaking a whole year or 2 years. And the reason being is that I had so much other things going on, and it's just been, I just never had the time to actually sit down and record anything. But now I just wanted to get myself back into that whole YouTube world and just start getting my channel back to where I want it to be. I'm in a whole different space, a whole different mindset, so it's a whole lot of different things going on, you know. Glory to God. It has been a journey, and I'm truly just grateful for every single thing in my life. Literally, it's just been a lot, and God has just been showing me. He has been showing me just so much. It's just been showing me how much he is with me, and you know, my love for him has just grown tremendously, and I'm just so blessed and thankful. Like, nobody will be able to ever understand the way I feel about the space that I'm in. Like, I'm just so grateful, because when you have a God like the God that we have, and you know who he is and who you are in him, you know, we just thank him. Y'all, God is so good. Jesus, thank you so much. So that's just where I am in my life right now. I have so much going on, and I've been a little bit all over the place because there's just so much to take in. Aside from that, thank you for those who have already subscribed to this channel, and thank you for those who are going to be subscribing to this channel. I just thank you guys in advance. I just thank God in advance. Thank you so much. Right now I'm inside my suite. I just moved here a couple months ago, and I haven't yet done anything because I've been so busy working, trying to get adjusted, so I haven't really had time to really fix the place up, if that makes any sense. I bought paint and little things, but I haven't decorated the way that I want to. I'm still trying to decide how I want to do it. So that's that. Today I just want to pretty much just be on camera doing my makeup. Last time I was making some videos, my skin probably was in a worse predicament. I think I had more dark spots. Right now my skin is not at its very best, but hey, you know, I'm okay with it. For now, I'm still working on it. So the first thing that I'm gonna do, I've already cleansed my skin, and I've used the micellar cleansing water to do so. This is a 3-in-1. It is a hydrator, makeup remover, and also like a toner. So this is what I use. I use this with my clients, and I'm also going to be working for my kit over here. So if you see me looking over here and moving towards this direction, that is why. And the next thing I do before I start the makeup is I go ahead with some foundation with some moisturizer. Oh, I have a client. I gotta go. Okay guys, sorry about that. So that was the building manager, and she is doing a walkthrough with a potential a new what do you call it, someone's trying to move into a suite, and she just came by to ask me what do I think about it. So like I said, I just literally posted on my Instagram today about this place, and the management is amazing. The building is very upscale, clean. All my clients love it. So I was just letting the new girl who's thinking about moving in, she's a masseuse, and I was just letting her know, like, girl, you should do it. But yeah, I thought that was a client, but it wasn't. So yeah, like I was saying, I am going to be using my Pond's moisturizer to moisturize my face. So once I prep my skin, usually what I do before I go into priming, my brows are tattooed. So I tattooed them myself. They might be a little crooked. When I tattooed them, I did not use no stencil or anything like that. I just went in the mirror just like this, and I took the tattoo needle and I went like that, okay? So they're tattooed and they are already outlined, so I really don't have to draw a brow. When I'm doing my makeup, I just take a pencil and I just outline it. Okay, so I don't really shade in this part here, this outline. The back part, I lightly fill it in. Because I'm going to go in with a spoolie and I'm going to brush out the front of it so that I can make it into, you know, the ombre look. So usually I just go in like this. You can see. And then the other side, do the same thing. So already I see that one of my brows are bigger than the other or whatever. Just going back in with the pencil. And I like thick brows, so you can make your brows whatever size that you want. I'm just somebody who want my brows a little bit thicker, okay? Don't kill me. But I like what I like, and you're not gonna tell me what not to like, okay? Just kidding. But still, not kidding. So yeah, before I made this video, I was like, oh my god, I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what to talk about. Like, what should I talk about? And I think that's another reason why I haven't been recording, because I'm like, I don't even know what to talk about if I make my videos. Like, what am I gonna say? But I'm like, okay, because you don't have anything to say, maybe that's what you should talk about, not having anything to say. And then that just gave me revelation on, you know, purpose. Like, I was like, what would be my purpose of making these videos? And I was like, well, your purpose is, one, to show people how to do a natural beat, one. And then having purpose itself, that's something to talk about. Because you want to make sure that whatever you do in your life, you do it with purpose. And by that, I mean, well, let me back that up. You waking up every day is purpose in itself. So the fact that God woke you up today, that's purpose. Because God had a reason for waking you up, because he did not owe you that, you know? So you could have been dead. There are people who did die, you know? So the reason to have purpose is to be grateful, like, and that's what we're gonna do. We have purpose because God woke me up for a reason. And yeah, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some concealer to map out my brows. So these are the CoverGirl True Blend concealers. The thing about these concealers is that they are very thick and they dry very quickly. How do I rate? I rate these out of a 10, or 1 through 5. I would say 4.5. One, because it's super dry, but then again, I do like the fact that it's dry because it gives me like a good base for when I am blending. But what I don't like is that I have to keep adding more concealer once it dries, you know? Like if I don't blend it out thoroughly, I have to go back and add some more to get it to move because it's really like drying. But then again, the way that it dries, I feel like I don't have to really set it with anything because it has that drying effect. And I could then go in with my I can never speak English, y'all. That's what happens when you a Haitian American. You never know how to speak English. That's so insulting, right? I didn't mean to say that, y'all. I love my Haitians and I love being Haitian. I'm just trying to say that I'll be mixing things up. But but anyway, so like I was saying, so I'm mixing 3 colors together, as you can see here. And the shades that I'm using is T700 Caramel, T200 Soft Honey, and T500 Soft Tan. I think I'm going to be using, I'm just going to use this yellow palette from Crayon Case. And the reason why I'm using this palette is because it's summertime. I'm going to start by using this color here. This orangey burnt orange shade. That's going to be my first color. So I'm gonna start here. I'm just gonna blend. So yeah, guys, like I was saying earlier, you gotta do everything with purpose. So the purpose of this yellow is because it's summertime, okay? At the beginning of summertime, we're gonna pop it off with some yellow. And it's very hard to actually get a nice yellow palette. So shout out to Crayon Case. And congratulations to our girl Super on her engagement. It's always a beautiful thing when people find love, especially after going through so much. So shout out to her. So I'm just literally just blending. Let me see, just blending. So yeah, guys, I'm honestly just super happy just to be able to get back into the makeup world. Well, I've been in the makeup world. I'm talking about get back into my YouTube world, my YouTube makeup world. You know, like, it's very hard to actually sit down, record videos, create content, and then on top of that, edit it. Oh, God. You know, it's very hard to do that. So my professional YouTube people, like, shout out to y'all for finding time to create all this content for us. But y'all, it's just hard trying to figure out what do you want to do. Like, I have my friend, and she's so talented, and you know, she's trying to figure out, like, what, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I would do. Like, you know, like, I've been to school. I'm going to school, but I want to do something else. I want to start a business, and I don't know what I want to do. And I'm like, well, what do you love doing the most? You know, like, what is it that you see yourself that you can wake up every day doing? You know, like, do that. What is it that you're passionate about? And she's like, I don't even know. And I'm like, you know what? We tend to just make things more difficult than what they really should be, because we don't want to fail, you know? Like, after trying so many things, you don't want to start something new and fail at it. So it's hard trying to start a business and trusting in that business, because being a business owner, honey, it's not for the weak, okay? It's not for the weak. I told you that. It's not for the weak, okay? Like, honey, this thing is not peaches and cream at all. It's really not. Really not. So I'm thinking if I should go with this bright yellowish gold, but I don't think I want to rock something that bright. I think I'm gonna go in with this mustard yellow. I'm gonna go in with that mustard yellow, and I'm gonna just put it right here. But, you know, it is not easy, honey. It is not easy at all. Whoever told you it was easy running a business, like, boy, they lie. Like, you are always going to be going through trial and error. And then you're going to have high season, low season. Then you got to make sure that you are satisfying everyone, you know. And not only that, like, you got to sacrifice a lot. And if you are in a business and you don't have another job, baby, just know you're gonna have to work twice as hard. But do not get discouraged. That's one thing I'm gonna tell you. Do not get discouraged. Do not let people stop you. Do not let other people's fear project onto you. Do not do that. Do not let other people's fear stop you from doing what you want to do. Do not let, you know, people talk you out of you know, doing stuff, because just because they don't want to do it or they don't have the guts to do it doesn't mean that you cannot do it. You know, just because they don't have what it takes, or maybe they're not as disciplined as you, or maybe they just not talented as you. Don't let them instill that fear inside of you, honey. You want to do something, do it. Because guess what? Them same people who try to put you down and tell you can't do something, once you make it, that's going to be the same people who say, I'm so proud of you. So that's why you just do you. Do the best that you can. And another thing that I want to say too, even when you are doing these things, please understand, and please understand, you cannot, and I repeat, you cannot do it without God. You cannot. You hear me? You cannot. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I don't care who told you what, who did what, who whatever. You cannot do it without God. If God is not in the plans, forget about it. Forget about it. And why would you even want to do it without God? Because anything that God is involved in, baby, anything that God is involved in, just know, sweetie, just know it's up, okay? But one thing about it, whatever God put his name in, he gonna make sure it prosper. He's gonna make sure that thing prosper. You understand? God is not nobody to be played with. He don't play them type of games. You're not gonna play with him. Not my God. Not my God. You understand? So, if you're not ready to put God in the mix, and if you're not ready to trust God in the process, honey, forget about it. Go find your 9 to 5, honey. Go ahead and find your 9 to 5. Go update that resume, boo. Because if you're not ready to do that, it ain't happening, okay? Because one thing about it, you think you're going to put God in this business and you're not going to find time to talk to God. Like, you think He's going to want to just keep blessing something, and He's like, you're not even trying to talk to me. You're not even trying to find out how I'm doing. You're not even trying to, you know, pray to me, thank me. You're not even trying to do nothing. Like, you just think I'm just going to bless this business, and you're not even talking to me. Like, you're not even trying to develop a relationship with me. Like, where they do that at? Not my God. Not my God. Like, could you imagine being friends with somebody and they want your help? They want you to help them. They want you to help them succeed. They want you to help them be the best. They want you to come through for them. They want you to do all that. But you don't even call my phone and say how I'm doing. You don't even check up on me. Like, you don't even you don't even know what I ate today. Stop playing with God. Stop playing with him, because he's not one of them. My God is not one of them, okay? You didn't even know what he ate today. And you want to ask him to bring you clients. You want to ask him to increase that business. Where they do that at? God is not one of them, okay? Like, you cannot just expect to take from somebody and not give nothing else. Like, you're not giving what you expect for me to keep showing up for you. Like, dude, God has feelings too, you understand? So you gotta be in that type of mindset when you're dealing with somebody like that. Like, that is God. Like, if your homegirl getting mad because you hanging out with another homegirl, you ain't hanging out with her, well, how you think God gonna feel? Answer me that. How do you think God is gonna feel? How do you think he feels when you spending all your time in this business? Hold on, y'all. Y'all spending all this time. You spending all that time in this business. You know, you spent day and night in this shop decorating. You spend day and night promoting, marketing. You spending all types of money trying to post, trying to get seen, trying to make flyers, trying to make business cards. You spending all types of money, or you spending all your day and night trying to, you know, do something to get customers in the door. You doing everything. You doing everything but praying. You doing everything, you know, but developing that relationship with God. Like, I mean, God will bless you. He gonna save you if he know your intentions. You know, like, he gonna help you. That's one thing about him. Like, he's gonna help you, but don't play with him. Like, he is not gonna sit there and just keep coming through for you. And when it's time for him, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna just pray later. Or I'm gonna just, you know, do this. Oh, God know my heart. That's one thing I can't stand. When I tell y'all, I cannot stand a God know my heart person. God know your heart. What you mean God know your heart? Of course he know your heart. He made you. But how does that justify how you treat him? God know your heart. Yeah, God do know your heart. He know that you don't care because you trying to have it your way. Like, this ain't Barbie King. This is not Barbie King, boo. You cannot have it your way. And then be like, God know my heart. No. You got to be able to dish it out, boo. You got to be able to dish it out. Okay? You got to be able to. That's the only way it's going to work. You got to be able, the same way you sacrificing for that business, that same way that you sacrificing for that business, boo. The same way, you know, you going out your way, staying up late night to do this and do that. Boo, God need that same energy for something he gonna bless. You feel me? So, stop playing on God's heart. Because like you said, God know your heart. So that's why I feel like before even starting a business, like, before starting that business, start that relationship. Start that relationship. Because that relationship, believe it or not, that relationship is gonna take out that I don't know what to do problem for you. Because once you in God, God gonna tell you, God gonna give it to, like, God gonna let you know what you should be doing. That's why I say everything is with purpose. Everybody was born with a purpose. Because that same thing that you want to do, whatever idea that it is that you have, if it's within God's will, God will allow you to do that plus more, and it be within his will. You understand? So that's the whole thing behind it. Like, you can't want to do stuff and God don't get the glory behind it, but you want him to bless it, because our whole purpose on this earth is to bring glory to God's name, you know, and let people know the truth and who he is. And you're supposed to be a vessel. You know, you're supposed to be a willing vessel for God. You know, like, it's not God, you know, one thing. It's not about what can you get out of it. You got to be able to love God more than you love the business. You understand? Because that business, yeah, you will be able to do what you want to do, but that business will bring God the glory, because people will know that it's nobody but God that could have somebody operating like this, helping people like this, or saying this, or nobody but God brought her to this state, because they know where you came from. Nobody but God did that. And that's how the glory goes to God. And you want to make sure whatever you're doing out here, you got to make sure that it's benefiting people. It's helping people. That is bringing some type of glory to God's name. That's why I feel like every business owner should have a business where, you know, they have profit, and then they should also have a non-profit organization also, because you should be able to do something. You should be able to do something, you know, without wanting something back from it. Like, you should be able to give back. You understand? So I just think that is what God blesses, things like that. That's what God wants. And when you go to him, like, he will let you know what it is that he wants you to do. Like, he will let you know what your purpose is, what your calling is, like where you fit in this world. And it's, believe it or not, we have so many people out here right now who are lost and confused because they don't know what their purpose is. They don't know why they're here. They don't know what they should be doing. They wake up every day, do the same thing, and they're trying to figure out, like, you know, like, what is life really about? I know I was not born just to wake up and go to sleep and just wake up, go to the club, or wake up and just go to work. And like, what am I here for? Life, there's more to life. You ever get that feeling? Do you ever get that feeling? Because I remember how I even got in this stage of my life, honestly, is because I had that feeling. Because I was that person. Like, it just didn't make sense to me. Like, my routine was waking up, going to work. When I did have, you know, beauty school and all that stuff going on, okay, that was part of my routine. Part of my routine, I would hang out with my friends. We would go out to the club and stuff like that, and talking to people here and there. Like, that's just what it was. But I just feel like I'm not really feeling fulfilled by any of this. Like, I'm not happy. I am not happy. Like, is this what you made me for? Like, God, is this what it is? God, this is what you created me for? To wake up and go to work, to pay bills? Like, this cannot be my life. Like, I'm so unhappy inside. This cannot be my life. That's what I was thinking. And that drove me into depression. You feel me? That drove me into depression. Like, I went through a phase of my life, and I don't even know if the people around me knew. I think maybe 1 or 2 friends knew. My family probably didn't know, because around that time they were just seeing other things. Maybe you're miserable, whatever the case may be, because it's like, you're just not happy. You're not happy with the things around you. You're not happy with the people around you. You're just not happy, because when life is just showing you something else from what you believe what it should be, it's just like, I'm not okay with this. So now what? So what happened was, it just drove me to God. And I'm not gonna say I didn't have a prayer life before, because I always had a prayer life, but I didn't have the right type of prayer life. I didn't have like a real prayer life. I didn't have a relationship with God. I didn't have that bond. I didn't have that faith like that. I didn't have that understanding. I didn't have that trust. I didn't have that. I just knew that God was my creator. Jesus was his son. He died for our sins. You know, every day I woke up, that was a blessing. So if I woke up, I was blessed. I knew those things, but I didn't really know the truth. So it took that. It took me going through that to really become, it took me going through that to really become more, people, I feel like this generation, what they call awakened. I guess that was my awakening stage. So yeah, I've already done my eyes. So I use the 2 colors and I put some glitter on top. And right now I'm gonna put some calamine lotion on my face so that I can get an even base. Some people use milk of magnesia. I do use that, but I have been recently using calamine lotion. And the reason why I'm using this is because I just want to get more even coverage. Like I said, I have pores, so I don't really want them to show through. And then 2, I don't want my oily skin to really come through like that. So this would serve as a primer and as a base for me. So just shaking it up. It's very liquidy, so I'm gonna have to use like a sponge or something to put it on. So I'm gonna get that. Okay, so I'm using this mini sponge. I'm gonna wet it up a little bit. So yeah, I was going through that stage, and I had my awakening, I should say. And pretty much what God allowed me to go through was, 1, awareness. Awareness was the first thing, and then it came separation, because he needed to get me alone to get me to understand who he was, why am I here, and what he's going to do. So, and that, all that happened, and I would say in over 3 years. And I can remember, honestly, nobody knows. That's why when I'm always saying nobody knows. Nobody knows what you go through. Nobody knows. Nobody knows your story. Nobody knows what you do on the inside. Nobody knows when you're up crying late at night. Nobody knows when you're depressed. Nobody knows but God. Nobody knows. Nobody will ever understand what you go through. Nobody. You know what I used to do, and I've always been like a loner, and people might take it as like, oh, she's just quiet, or she's stuck up, or she don't really want to talk to nobody, or she in public and she just not saying much or whatever. But really what's going through my mind is so much other stuff, like you don't even know. I might be there, but I'm not there, because I'm already thinking about other stuff or what I should be doing, you know. So me going through that, I went through that whole phase of, one, like I would seclude myself. Like when I was going through my awakening stage, I would pray. First of all, I would pray like, God, what is my purpose? Like because of my life just felt so weird, I just was like, God, I would say like, God, like, why am I here? Like, I don't see why you made me. I just felt so freaking miserable. I did feel miserable. So when people call me miserable, I guess it was showing through, like, and it wasn't even miserable from not having stuff. I didn't even care about, I've never been a materialistic person. So I never really cared about having stuff. You know, I do want stuff. I do have wants. I do want nice things. But it never been like a priority for me. Like, I've never really been somebody who just wanted, just want. Like, I'm okay with what I have, but I know that I want more. I want better. You know? So that has always been my mindset. So me saying that I, you know, was praying to God and, you know, asking him what my purpose was because I was feeling miserable, was because inside of me, I always felt like my life, this is not supposed to be my life. Like, this is not, because the type of girl that I am, I'm such a girly girl. Like, everything that's, if you could see back there, you see that thing on the wall sparkle. If it sparkles, like, I want it. You know, like, and it's, and that alone, and I don't mean that in a materialistic way. I just felt like, God, like, why, you the one that gave me the personality I have. You're the one that, you know, made me who I am. And you made me to be this girl, a girly girl who loves glitter, who loves sparkle, who loves nice things, quality things, who loves elegance, who love, you know, things that are nice. And my reality of what I'm living, like, it's not even like an elegant lifestyle. Like it's not even like somebody who, like, in my in my little fake little world, I feel like I am, in my past life, I should say, in my past life, I always be like, you know what, I used to live in a palace. In my past life, I used to live in a palace, and, you know, I was a queen. And, you know, I had so much. I had royalties, and believe it or not, I've always been attracted to, you know the time period, like the time period where people would wear those dresses that they wear in, I forgot that time period. Like, I don't want to say, like, imagine how France look. What type of time? Like, France, like those type of buildings that are all, you know, like historical looking buildings and all that type of stuff. Like, I just felt like that's the time period that my soul just likes for some reason. But anyways, like, I just felt like I was supposed to be doing something else, something different. I was supposed to have more, you know, like royalty. And I always just felt like, okay, God, I'm going to trust your timing. I'm going to trust your plan for me. So I would go, before I even got in that space, like, when I was in that little depression mode, I would, like, literally just drive to places in my car, get in my car. And because I was a loner, nobody really knew what I was doing, where I was going, because I always spend a lot of time alone. So I would go to the beach, I would go to the park, and just park off to the side, pray, cry, write in my notebook about just thoughts. And that's what it was for me. And when I would be home, I would just sit in my room behind my door, lock my doors, and do the same thing. Pray, cry, worship. I started worshiping. Like, I started just doing things just to get myself connected to God. And when I say, God, it's nobody but you. Nobody, because nobody knows what I've been through. Nobody was there. Nobody was there but God. Nobody. Nobody there was there but God. Nobody was in the rooms with me. Nobody. You know, it's not even something I can explain. It's just nobody. So I feel like God is who pulled me through my depression stage and helped me to start finding my purpose. And I always, you know, been into makeup. That was always something that I fell back on. Like I would, you know, go to work and stuff, but makeup was always like my plan. I didn't have another plan. Like I went to school, thought I wanted to do other things, but that was not what I just felt like I wanted to do. And I've always been that person who preached like, follow your heart. Follow your heart. Pray about it. Follow your heart. Whatever, you know, makes your heart start beating fast and make you feel anxiety, do it. If it's within God's will, of course. But that was always like what I preached to myself. And soon enough, like I said, I went through the stages of awakening and then revealing. And it took, I'm still in the process right now, but it took a lot of different stages for me to keep seeing God's hand in my life. Like I done been sick really badly. Still, God has been there for me. Where my family thought I wasn't gonna make it. My family really thought I was not gonna make it. I thought I wasn't gonna make it. I remember being in the hospital and they told me that I had to have this emergency surgery. And I was there by myself. My family didn't even know. My family did not even know what was happening. So this side is darker. So guys, my family was not even there to know what was happening. Because this was the start of COVID. COVID first came out, the hospitals, you know, they didn't know what COVID was. So they didn't want to let nobody in just to keep precaution. This was literally the start of COVID. Literally the start of COVID. And I didn't even have COVID. I did not have COVID, but you know, being in a hospital, they said I had to have emergency surgery. My family don't know because they're not allowed to be in a hospital. They were sent home. And I just bust out crying. Because the nurses came to me and was like, oh, we're going to do a surgery. And the doctor came and was like, I have to do a surgery. By that time, I was already in ICU. I was in ICU. I've never been in ICU before. I've never seen how ICU looked like. But I was in ICU. And then people came to me, nurse came to me and said, we're going to do emergency surgery on you. And I just bust out crying. So I'm like, what? A surgery? And to top it all off, they told me that the surgery that I was gonna have, that there is a 90-something% chance that I could die. Could you imagine? That they're saying you're gonna do emergency surgery, your family don't even know, there's a chance that you can die, and then the surgery, they're like, this surgery, we usually do it on older people because what happened to me, older people are who usually go through stuff like that. So if I guess if an older person died, they just feel like, okay, you've already lived your life, so hey, you know the risk, you signed the line, you know the risk. But bitch, I was motherfucking, and I don't even want to curse, God forgive me, but I was only 27. No, I was only 28, either 27 or 28 years old. I don't have no kids. I haven't done anything in my life yet. I haven't done anything. I haven't even lived my life yet. And he really tell me there's a 90% chance that I will not make it out if I have a surgery. So by then, like I said, I was going through my stages. By that stage, I believe this was the awakening. No, I'm sorry, not the awakening. This is the revealing stage. Because can't nobody tell me that God did not reveal himself to me. God did. That's why I say nobody will ever understand. The people came and they told me, the nurses came, you know, they said, we're going to come and get you for surgery. So by then, there's this woman named Susanna who I used to do my Bible studies with. I'm still close to her too, but I haven't been studying as much with her, but I still, you know, read my Bible and stuff like that. But I called her. I did not want to call my mom because I'm like, my mom is going to die. My mom is going to die to hear this, because when my mom came to the hospital, my mom left work. I've never seen my mom I don't even know, because I lost consciousness. So I don't even know. Everything was just going so fast. So I don't even know how long from the time the ambulance brought me to the hospital. I don't know how long it was till my mom made it, because everything was just happening so fast. So to me, it's like my mom came in like 30 minutes. You know, so I just remember my mom coming. My mom was crying when I saw my mom. My mom was already crying because she didn't even, like, you know, she's like, what's going on? You know, she just hears that I'm in a hospital. I couldn't breathe or whatever. So I get there. You know, they're doing CAT scan, doing all this stuff. Okay, so now I'm in ICU. When they brought me to ICU, they've already told my family that they had to leave, because now they're taking me out of the emergency room and they're bringing me upstairs, so my family can't stay. So now I didn't even tell my mom. I didn't call her. I called the lady who I do the study with, because I feel like I just wanted to hear something. I needed to get to somebody who I can trust, who I know will pray for me. And I was just scared. I don't even know what, but in my mind, that's the first thing that came to my mind, to say, call Susanna. Just call Susanna, because I need her to pray with me. This is who I pray with. This is who I know, who knows God. Like, I don't want to call my family and scare them and you know, and have my mom going crazy. And I don't want, you know, to instill more fear, because I know if you're crying on the phone, it's gonna make me more scared. So I'm like, let me call her. I called her. Start praying on the phone. She's praying. She's like, don't be scared. Let's just pray. Let's just pray. So she's praying on the phone for a good maybe 5 to, I don't even think it was 10 minutes. Praying on the phone. So then she's praying. By that time, the nurses came back. A nurse came and she's ready to wheel me out of the room. So now I'm like, okay, Susanna, they're here. I'm crying I'm crying, and the nurse is like, don't cry. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. And I'm just like crying, like I'm scared. I'm so scared. Like I might die. Like I'm gonna make it out. Like this is just too much. This is just too much. It's too much. It's too much. It's way too much. I didn't know what to do. I've never been in that type of situation, so I didn't know what to do. So by that time, now they're wheeling me out into the hallway. So now The nurse is pushing me out into the hall. I'm on the little, hospital bed. They're taking me to surgery. Before I oh God. I'm sorry, y'all. Ooh. Before I could even get like 2-3 doors down, the doctor just came running down the hall, and it was like, I promise, I just felt like I was in a movie. Like the doctor just came running like down the hall so fast, and it's like he just like stop. Like he's like stop. We canceled the surgery. Take her back to her room. We're gonna do something else. And I'm just like, God, it's nobody but God. And that was like the revealing stage. That was like the revealing stage for me, because it's like I almost died before I even got to the hospital. And it's like I lost consciousness inside my house, and I came back. I don't know what happened. Like when I came back, I just don't even remember. I just know that I just couldn't breathe, and I woke back up. I don't know how long I was out for, but I woke back up, and I had to crawl to my door to get help and yell for my sister's name, because I was in my room. I couldn't talk. I couldn't do anything. I had to crawl for help. Everything was going by so fast. So I get to the hospital. Now I'm in ICU, all this stuff. And to hear them say that I have to do an emergency surgery, and then it's canceled. Once I got off the phone, it's canceled. That was nobody but God. God showed me that he heard me, that he was there. He's been with me from the beginning till now. Like, so that's why I say God nobody play with God. You cannot play with God. So they took me back to the room. They took me back into my room, and once I got back into the room, like I was crying. I was just crying. And I remember I was saying like, thank you, God. And I called back Susanna, and I told her, they canceled the surgery. They said that they're not gonna do it. They're gonna try something else. They ended up taking me down from ICU. Now I think my lash is coming off now because my eyes was tearing up. They ended up taking me down from ICU and moved me into a regular room, because they put me on medication, and the medication was reversing. It started to reverse the problem. So I ended up not having to go get surgery. But that time now, I called my mom, and I told, I updated my mom on everything or whatever, and let her know what was happening. And by that time, they let me have some visitors, and my family came. They were praying and doing all that stuff for me. But that is just how I know. That's how I know that God is for real. That's how I know that God is for real. Can't nobody tell me that there is not a God. Nobody can't tell me that. So the whole time I was in the hospital, I just know that, you know, God was with me. I ended up leaving the hospital like a couple days later. By the time I left, I just felt like I couldn't even walk. But I was able to get my strength back, everything back slowly. You know, I still struggle with issues time to time, but I'm good. God got me. I'm doing very good. But like I say, like, that's how you know you have a purpose. That's how I know that I have a purpose, because I done been in like different stages of my life. Like, one, I used to pray and ask God, like, why am I here? Why am I here? And then me going through stuff, going through attacks. And I'm not saying that God made me go through, you know, things happen. Like, we're human, we're gonna go through things. Or maybe the devil just sees that you're getting closer to God. And that's not maybe, that is when the devil sees that you're getting closer to God, he hates it. So he will let things go on in your life to make you feel like God doesn't love you, or God hates you when he's not protecting you. But really, if you remember in the Bible with Job, he lost everything. Everything. He was sick. His kids died. Everything he had was taken. Everything. He lost everything. And no matter what he went through, he never lost his faith in God. He never did. He never cursed God. His own wife told him, why don't you curse God? And he said no, because he knew who God was. And he even said, he was like, God, I came in this world with nothing. So if I have nothing, you know, I trust that I'll be okay because I have you. You understand? So that's the same type of mindset that I had. And by that time, like I said, I was already doing my Bible study. So I was already learning about these things. So I was able to compare my situation with situations that I've read in the Bible where they were able to get through. Because like Job, he lost everything, but God told him that he was gonna double everything. You understand? So when I go through things, I don't look at it as like loss. I don't look at it as loss, because anything that I lost is gonna get doubled. And that's a fact. And like I said, God could do anything but tell a lie. Okay? So that's how I know that I have a purpose. I know that I have a purpose. And I don't regret anything, because everything that I've been through is why I am who I am today. Honestly, God has to test you to see, like, do you really love me? Do you really value me more than you value this business? Are you really a good-hearted person? Are you really strong? And even if you aren't, you could pray for it. You could pray for strength. You could pray for wisdom if you feel like you don't know enough. You could pray for these things, because these are all gifts for free. You don't have to do nothing. You know why you don't have to do nothing? Because Jesus already did it. Literally. Jesus already did everything for you. He did everything for you already. All you gotta do is pick up your cross and walk. And by that, I mean, all you gotta do is accept the invitation. Accept to walk behind him. Accept to believe. accept to be faithful and trust that he's gonna cover you no matter what. And will you lose faith? Yes. Will it be hard? Yes. Will you go through stuff? Yes. Will you get sick? Yes. That's just life. That is just life. But what separates you from the rest of the people is your faith. Your faith, knowing that no matter what it is that you face, God is going to rescue you. God is never going to leave you. That's why he gave us Jesus, because he knows that while we're on this earth, we are going to be going through so much. We will be facing so much. We will go through hard times. Like, sometimes we're just at the wrong place at the wrong time. Like it says, the world is lying in the power of the wicked one. So this is the devil's playground. So if you're thinking about why are so much bad things happening, because this is the devil's playground. He's doing the much of a destruction that he can before God returns. You understand? So he's trying to do everything that he can to make you lose your faith, to get you to be distracted, to make you do whatever it is that God doesn't like, so that when the time comes, he don't have to be dealing with it alone, because he gonna have people there, or he's trying to prove something, that I can make these people not believe in you. I can make them lose hope. And if you want to be one of them people, honey, good luck to you, because it ain't gonna be me. God has shown me too many times who he is. He done shown me way too many times that he got my back. For me to sit there and play with the devil, honey. The grass is way much greener over here, boo. The devil don't do nothing but tell a lie. A lie. You know how people be like, oh, you scam? A scam? That's a straight scam, honey. A scam. You know a scam likely? That's a devil. I'm so serious. That is the ultimate scam likely. Like, he gonna sell you a dream. Like, look what he did to Eve. He sold her a dream. He lied. And now look, we paying for it now. So be stupid if you want to. Oh, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in God. Oh, I just believe that I don't gotta go to church. I don't gotta do that. God know my heart. God know what heart? Yeah, God know your heart. He see what's really going on. You see he ain't stunting you. And you wonder why you sad and you lonely and you going through stuff. Because God see your heart, boo. He see that you don't care. God see what's really going on. You understand? I hate the fact that my hair is much darker, but whatever. Now I'm about to set my face. God see what's really going on. So you cannot deceive God. If you think that you are, you only deceiving yourself. So it's been a journey. Like, I'm not gonna lie and say that I haven't lost. I have lost, but I don't think of it in a physical sense. What we consider a loss, I would say, okay, loss. I've lost things, but it's really not a loss, because we think that we know what's best for us. We think that we're losing out, but really, God is just like, listening, girl, if you don't let that go, boy, if you don't let that go, you just don't know. I got something way better for you, and you want to settle for this. Like, if I really give you what you want, girl, you is not gonna have nothing. If I really, like, you really want this, like, you really want a Toyota, and I can give you a damn Maserati, girl, bye. That's what God say. You know, so don't be afraid to let go. And that was one of the things that I struggle with. One, because I'm a control freak, but two, like, you know, when you're just so used to doing everything on your own, like, you just want to make sure that you're good. You want to make sure that you don't have to go through that. So you think you know it all. You think you want to control this and that, but really, you just don't know. Like, if you won't stop and just let God do what he want to do. So that's why I'm learning to just stop, because God has already shown me that he got my back. Like he know what's best for me. Like, that's why I don't trip. I let people go. I let things flow. If God take me out of a place, like if I lose a job or whatever, like I haven't had a real job like that. Well, I'm gonna say real, this is my real job, but I haven't had like a 9-to-5 type of job. Oh my God, my hair got in this damn foundation. But you gotta be able to trust God and know that he is gonna do everything to bless you. So God is just amazing. He's amazing. And going back to purpose, we all have a purpose. And you'll be so surprised. Like, even people who life right now that you see doing something, like people who you would never think will become a celebrity, or people who you think will never own this or that or be this or that, you'll be like, you just don't know what God got planned for you. You never know what God can do, what he could take you from. So it's like, why settle for what you think is the best for you when you can go to God and let him give you more than what you think is best for you? Like, whatever you thought that you could do, whatever you thought was a good idea, just know God got a better idea. Just know that God got a way better idea. I'm sorry to bust your, and I'm sorry that I have to bust your bubble, but whatever you thought, whatever business idea you thought you had, whatever plan you thought you had for your life, like, I guarantee you, God got a better idea, boo. That's just what it is. And if you want to believe that, you'll bet your idea is better. Just be delusional if you want to. So, God is so good. Whatever it is that you're not sure about, you can pray about, and he's going to reveal it to you. If he sees that this is something, like, you're serious, if he sees that you are serious about wanting to get to know him, that you're serious about wanting change in your life, and he sees that, some people, God already know. Like God said, he knew you before he created you and your mama. He knew you way before. He knew you. So he'll create you for that's everybody. He created everybody for a purpose, but he'll create you specifically to carry out something. So don't miss out on your blessings because you feel like you're not good enough, or you feel like why would God want to choose me? God could transform anybody. You understand? Look at these celebrities. Before there was a celebrity, there was a nobody. And I'm not saying that we're a nobody, but I'm just saying that the status of it, like they weren't even known. You understand? So God could take you from the level that you at now and bring you up into a higher level that you would never even have ever thought in your life that you would have been able to attain, because there's nobody like God. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. It's just what it is. So I'm just trying to see, you know. I wish my lighting was better. Let me put on this ring light. Y'all get to see when I'm done. So stop playing with God. He is not one of them. He is not. There's a purpose for everybody. Once you pray and you ask God for your purpose, he is going to put you in alignment with the purpose. He's going to do that. Like, he don't even, one thing about God, he do not require you to do all that. Like, people think it's hard to follow God. Like, he do not even ask you to do much. Like, he just asks you to read his word, follow his commandments, be within his will. You could do whatever you want. That's why he say you have free will. You'll be like, oh, I don't want to go to church because church people are the biggest hypocrites. So what? People just uphold church people to this certain standard because they're supposed to be the most holiest. Like, these are still your mom, your dad, your cousin. Like, the same way how you got ways about you, these people have ways about them too. Like, why do people expect because you a church going person that you're supposed to be perfect? No, there's no perfect person out here. God did not accept. The only person that was perfect that walked this earth was Jesus, okay? And Jesus is not here. He is here, but Jesus is not. You get what I'm trying to say. But yeah, like, there's nobody perfect but him. And when he was here, before he died, like physically here, that's what I meant. Nobody was believing that he was him. So, well, some was, for us, you understand. But yeah, like I'm saying, you gotta pray for your purpose, and God will give it to you. God will give it to you. He will reveal that to you. He will reveal that to you. I'm using this Urban Decay pressed powder to set my whole face. And usually I will use a setting spray, but I don't have no setting spray right now. I ran out yesterday doing my clients. We had a busy graduation season. I ran out a lot of stuff, but we're gonna pray that God triple the increase of Virgo Vixen Cosmetics so that we can go on a shopping spree and get some products, or we get a blessing to buy some stuff. So that's just what it is. Like, God do not want you to be unhappy. Like, he created us to be happy. Like, his first initial purpose for us was for us to have free will and have everlasting life and be happy. Like, that's what he created us for. He created Eve for that. But when we rebel and listen to the devil and allow him to make us think different, of course, now that there's evil in this world, like, of course things are gonna be crazy, but you gotta stick to God. Stick to God. And I can tell you, in my own personal journey, like, this is just the beginning. Because I went through my journey. I'm still going through my journey every day. Still going through my journey. But I'm way much farther along. But one thing about it, I will not forget where I came from. I can't forget where I came from ever, because I still think about those nights when it was just me and Jesus in my room, praying, talking, dreaming, just worshiping. And I had a lot of encounters. I've had a lot of encounters with God, with Jesus. God has done so much for me. And just to be able for me to say that God, y'all see these lashes want to come off because I was crying, tearing up earlier. I'm gonna just take this off. Usually I would do eyeliner, but God is stuck. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to pause this and probably take this off. But I don't know if I want to do eyeliner on top of my glitter. Usually I do, but with these lashes, they're so big that I might not need to do the liner. Oh my God, I might have to crop this section right here because Lord Jesus. Oh my God. Jesus. Whew. Them lashes ain't no joke. I'm gonna clean my lashes too. I don't like lashes that have all that residue on it. Like, girl, bye. Girl, bye. We do not do that. We do not wear dirty lashes over here. Lord, I cannot stand a dirty lash. I cannot. So I'm just cleaning off my lashes, y'all. But do everything with purpose. And if you cannot figure out what your purpose is, ask for it. You have that power. You have that power. We use our power for so much negative stuff, but when it's time for us to use it for the good stuff, we act so powerless. Like, use your power. Use your power to do something good. Use your power to speak positivity into your life, to, you know, to change your circumstances, to do good and be a good person. Use your power to shift conversations, like shift the atmosphere. When people being negative, when people are being negative and they talking about somebody, like let's say they gossiping or they just trying to take your energy, like use your power, your God-given power, because if God is royal and God is within us, like doesn't that make you royal? That's why I'm like, Jesus, I think I'm supposed to be a queen. Like, why am I not living a queen lifestyle right now? Like, where is my palace? Like, I'm supposed to be living a different type of lifestyle right now. Lord, what's going on? Like, the money is not in my account. I think I got dropped off at the wrong stop. You know, so you got to be able to shift the atmosphere, like speak positivity into your life. Speak all that positivity into your life. Oh, this one is stuck. Ooh, I have to do something else about. Okay, I might just have to clean the top part since this is stuck. And yeah, we're gonna do that off camera. But yeah, then put some glue on this lash. Speak some positivity into your life, because power is in your tongue. Power is in our tongue. You have the power to speak life or death into any situation. So why not use it to your advantage? Use it for something good. Speak positivity. Do stuff with purpose. And, you know, don't wait on somebody to tell you. Don't wait on somebody to tell you. Oh, man. Don't wait on somebody to tell you how you should be living, you know. They don't have no type of say-so on your destiny. Only one person has that. And that is our Father. You know, so. And then life is too short. We always wait till somebody died to be like, oh, life is too short, boo. No, life is too short, period. You know, you just don't know. Being able to wake up and go home every day, every time when you leave your house, you better ask for the covering of God, because making it back home is an understatement, especially in this world where kids are dying in school. You could have a car accident, you get shot in a supermarket, anything could happen to you. So you gotta cover yourself with the blood of Jesus. You have to, mandatory, have to. There's no other way. I do not leave my house without asking God to cover me. I ask that he cover my friends, my family, parents. You know, we battle so much. Right now, I'm just using this Anastasia brow dip, and this is the dark brown. I just like to go over my my brows, because with the pencil, it has oil. So if my face starts to get oily, I don't want it to be shiny. So I just top it with this, just to give it a, you know, that matted look, and also to darken it up. So you can see the difference from this and that. So I do that. But y'all, it's so much of an understatement in knowing that life is a gift. It's a gift. It's really a gift. So don't waste your gift on meaningless things, you know? That's why I do not let people get me upset no more. I do not argue with nobody no more, because it's like I said, I only have control over one thing, one person, and that's myself. I have control over my actions, what I'm gonna say, how I'm gonna act. I do not have control. Even if you have a child, you cannot control. Any parent knows that. I don't even have kids, but I know you have no control. I'm a daughter, so I know my mom has no control. She might have influence, but she has no control over me. You understand? So you gotta understand that you have, if somebody's parent don't even have control over them, and they made them, how are you gonna have control over somebody else? And who the heck are you? Who the heck are you? So why are you gonna let somebody dictate how you gonna act, how you gonna feel? Child, please, you have the power to let that go. You want to be around somebody because they're negative, don't be around them. You don't want to be around that person because they're always gossiping, don't be around them. You don't want to be around them because they make you feel weird every time the vibe is just off, don't be around them. You know, you have that power to choose what you want to deal with and what you don't want to deal with. And I choose not to deal with anything anymore. And that is coming from somebody who always wanted to make everybody happy and pleasing everybody, coming through and doing this and doing that. But child, boo, if it's gonna cause me to have to sacrifice something that I don't need to sacrifice, and I'm not saying I don't help people, whatever, I do, and I will give my last. I will do anything to help people that I know that need help. But when it comes down to the stuff that I get for free, like my peace and my sanity and my energy and stuff like that, boo, you was not gonna get that, boo. God gave me that. God gave me that gift, and I ain't giving it away for free, because the price that had to be paid for me to get that is too expensive. It's way too expensive to be giving it out for free. Boo. That piece, the cost for me to be able to get that piece was too expensive. Jesus paid that price too expensive for me to give that to you for free. Boo. We is not doing that. We is not doing that in 2022. We is not doing that in nowhere, boo. We is not doing that on a Tuesday. Bitch, I don't care. And sorry if I'm cursing, because God know I don't really curse, but I curse. And I don't mean that in a cursing way, but I just talk like that. You know, like, I don't mean to say all that, but Lord knows, like, honey, we is not giving that away. Not for free. You can't even buy that. It's priceless. Priceless. That's the priceless. I cannot get that to you, honey. I'm trying to see if I can take this off, because this back part is lifty, and I'm just trying to clean it, because like we said, we don't wear dirty lashes, boo. We do not wear dirty lashes over here. We do not wear dirty lashes, honey. So that's why I said I don't think I should have did no eyeliner, because I don't know what y'all think. I don't really care for all that eyeliner stuff. We can. I think it might just take the look up a notch, but it's not needed, because I'm gonna do bottom liner. Or maybe I might just do a small wing at the end. I don't know. I don't think so. So I'm just clamping it together. And it's just this eye right here I'm trying to figure out. This one right here is, I'm gonna have to try to pull this off, because I don't like the way it's sitting on my eye. Hallelujah. Because it's hurting me. But yeah, we do not give energy out for free. We do not give our peace out for free. We do not do none of that. Because guess what? It costs too much. You know what it's going to cost me? My sanity. You know what it's going to cost me? My happiness. It's going to cost me too much. God gave me those things. I can't give it away to you. I'm not gonna put myself around no situations that's gonna cost me that. I can't do it. So that's why I say everything I do has to be with purpose. I'm not just gonna do anything just to do it. I can't afford to. Life is too precious for that. I'm not wasting my life on stuff like that, when I could really use my life to do great things. You know, I could really be a vessel for God. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. I don't crave to do anything else. God knows I do not crave to do anything else but to be used by God, because I know whatever God uses me for will not only bring glory to him, but it will bring fulfillment to me, because I have lived out my purpose. And that is all I want, because I already know what life feels out with no purpose. Why would I want that? Why would I want that? So that's why I promote self-care. And I don't just mean getting your makeup done, go get your hair done. That's not the self-care I'm talking about. Self-care meaning that make sure that you're mentally okay. Make sure that you got peace. Make sure that you are operating at the best level. Because if you're not, then you honestly, it's just too much. It's just gonna cost too much. Cost too much stress. Cost too much anxiety, depression, anger, hurt. It's just too much to go down that road. So why? Why bother when you could be happy? You could find freedom in God and not care about stuff that don't matter. And people who act like they so happy, are so miserable. You know a happy person when you see it. You know. Why do you think the suicide rate is so high? All these millionaires, people who got all this money, they can't find happiness because they thought the happiness was in that money. They thought happiness was becoming successful. Yeah, you became successful, but you're missing something. You could never figure out, what am I missing? It's peace. It's God. You cannot buy peace. You cannot buy happiness. You cannot buy none of that. So y'all, do everything with purpose. And if you don't know your purpose, ask. Build a relationship with God. Get to know Jesus, because he died for you. When you see what, like I said, that story, I have more stories. That's just one of my stories. That's just one of my stories. Some people know, some people don't know. But if you don't know, now you know. I know there is a God. I know who Jesus is. I know. Can't nobody tell me otherwise. Nobody. And I believe that there will be great things that continue to come my way, because I have a purpose. I have a purpose. You know, so nobody's gonna take my peace, because that's what that's gonna do. If I give you my peace and my happiness and all that, and I don't give it to myself, that's just gonna be a distraction. That's just gonna be a delay from what I need to be doing out here. So the devil will try to play with you like that. Don't let him. Don't let him. The devil will try to play with you. He's gonna send you distractions to slow you down. He'll make you get sick to get you discouraged. He'll make you go through a heartbreak to get you all sad and delay you, and now you're not eating, not doing nothing. You don't want to do nothing, or you just spending all this time trying to figure out what went wrong, or you embarrassed and you don't want to. Who? Not today. Not me, boo. I'm honestly, like, I'm not afraid to tell the truth. You know, like, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like, what can I do? It is what it is. I'm not gonna lie for y'all. Like, what I go through in my life is nothing different than what you're going through. It may not be the same exact scenario, but you're going through something that you don't speak about. The difference between me and you is, I might not tell every detail, but I'm gonna shed some light on it, because I want people to know that you're not the only one that's going through something. You're not the only one who've been in tough situations. You're not the only one who had a heartbreak. You're not the only one who thought you were gonna die. You're not the only one who felt depressed. You're not the only one who felt, you know, like, you're not the only one who sacrificed, who've done things, and you're not. You're not. I'm no better than nobody. I'm no better than nobody. Like, I literally stopped caring about stuff that I don't need to care about. I don't care about stuff that don't matter. I don't care about that. I don't care about it. And to some people, they might be like, oh, she be boring or whatever. Like, to you might feel like I be boring. Oh, I don't be out on every scene, or I don't do this, I don't do that. Like, no, I'm living with purpose. Like, I'm not trying to be distracted, and I'm not gonna say you can't go out and do whatever you want to do. You can go out. But if you choose to just live in a club 24/7, like, what are you really doing with yourself? You just living to wake up to go sit in a club and get drunk and high to numb yourself, and then you come back to reality just to do it again. Or like people got different type of addictions. You just buy all this shit because that's your happiness right there. That shit make you happy. Every time you get a new thing, that's your happiness right there. Because you really ain't really happy. Because you want to go do all this extra shit. Like life is not about that. That's a part of life. But when you make that shit your center, then you really aren't really winning. The best thing you can do is live with purpose. You know, so that's what I'm on. That's the stage in my life right now that I'm in. I've already been through the awakening. I've already been through the revealing. And God reveals all the time. He's gonna continue to reveal. It doesn't stop. He awakened me to let me know he's there. Now that I know he's there, he's revealing his power. He's still doing that every day. And now he's gonna live out his purpose within me. And now I'm living in purpose. So right now is the time where he will show why he created me. He's gonna show it. That's just how it works. So everything that you do, make sure you do it with purpose. Life is so much better that way. Life is so much better that way. Y'all, and I don't have no clean brushes like that, so maybe I might have a smaller brush. Because I'm just using, hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm just use this. And I'm just blending out the bottom of my eye. When you're living with purpose, I promise God is going to put your name in rooms that you didn't even qualify for. Understand? God has the power to do everything. He's going to put your name in rooms that you wouldn't even think that you would be in. But He's going to test you. He's going to see. He's going to see if you're really about what you be talking about. He's going to see. But then again, you gotta be afraid. You cannot be afraid to plant seeds. You gotta. How you want God? You want God to do stuff for you, but you're not planting seeds. How can you reap a harvest if you're not planting a seed? How is he gonna bless? How is he gonna bless you if you're not planting your seeds? You gotta plant seeds. It's like a farmer who plants seeds. He plant them and he water it. He water it. And then boom, he got a whole field with crops, flowers, food. He got a whole field with harvest. And now it's time to pick and eat. Understand? That's the same thing with you. You gotta plant seeds by paying tithes, helping people. You gotta plant those seeds, paying your tithes, helping others, doing the work of God within His will. You got to be able to plant those seeds. And you know how you water it? You water it with your faith. You water it with your faith. I'm not to brush this thing in my eye. You water it through faith. Okay? And then as soon as you know, you're going to wake up one day. And everything has its seasons too. You got to go through the seasons. And the seasons are going to be the trials. The same way how we have winter, summer, spring, fall, whatever order. I don't even know if they're in the right order, but you know, you got to go through those same seasons. You got to go through the same seasons in your life, because everything has a time. You do not see a farmer planting no seeds in the winter time. You do not see that. There's a time for everything. You do not see no farmer out there in no field in the winter time putting nothing in the soil. Tell me if they are doing that. I've never seen it. He gonna be using that time to do something else, whether that may be getting ready for the next season, which is spring. He's gonna be getting ready for that next season, or he's gonna be doing everything that he needs to do to make sure that he's pulling out all the stuff that are falling, all the dead weight. He's gonna clean that up and make room for all the good stuff. You know, he gonna clean up all the dead weight. And that's the same way you gotta think about your life. There are seasons for everything. So when you're losing things, you're not losing. You're making room. You're making room for all the things that you need for the next season. Okay? And as soon as you know it, it's time. Lord Jesus, it's time. It's time to reap. It's time to reap the harvest. It's time to reap the harvest. So I want to say, like, isn't that a blessing to have a God like that? Isn't that not a blessing? He don't ask you to do nothing. He don't ask you to do nothing but to pick up your cross and follow him. Believe and have faith, to rely on him, call on him, to lean not on your understanding but his, to know that he will not leave you or forsake you. Who wouldn't want a king like that? So for my lip, because I have this yellow going on, I think I'm gonna do like a pink. I have feeling about this. I might just fix my hair up. This is cute to me. I wish I could see it in person. So, hold on. And I have like so many different stands, but the angle where I'm at right now, once I get this place fixed up, I think I'll have better angles to record. But this is what we're doing for right now. I'm just gonna do my lip. I'm going to probably do a lip gloss. And we are going to either use Bear or Pink Barbie. Pink Barbie. Yeah, I know I love me some pink. I'm just going to use this liner to line my lip. Lightly, nothing too much. This is the same brown I use to fill in my brows. I gotta clean my nose piercing. Don't want no makeup on it like that. So once I got that, God, I can move up at freaking 2 hours almost. So I'm just gonna put on my lip gloss. I should have worn the other pink, which is like the bubblegum pink, but this is like the Barbie doll pink. It's not fully pink because I have the lip liner on it, but it's cute. So I'm gonna do a video, y'all. Y'all know I love me some lip gloss. Make sure y'all shop. This is my brand. This way, which way? Here. Virgo Vixen Cosmetics. We have, this shade is Barbie Pink. Pink Barbie. Barbie Pink. You got to see this. Okay, Pink Barbie is what I'm wearing. And the other tone that I picked up before is Bear, which is more like a nude tone. We have Explicit, which is like a orangey nude. I have Clear. I have so many other. Which I'm probably gonna just post a photo of what I have. But these are the first 3 that I see on top. So this is my brand. You know, if you want any of these lip glosses, I will drop the link below. And I also have mattes available too for purchase. These lashes are also available for purchase. I will link everything down in the description with my website where you can go and purchase below. But you guys, yes. So like, I'm done with the look. Like I say, guys, do everything with purpose. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I just hold it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on my first official video back on YouTube. Hopefully you guys were able to get something encouraging from my little story time. But yeah, we definitely will be getting some more content, some more stuff, different things to talk about. So yeah, so this is the look that we did today. We did a pink Barbie lip with a yellow glittery lid. Something that's, you know, a glam, cute little glam. So yes, thank you guys for watching, and subscribe if you have not already subscribed, and I will see you guys later.